All right, good morning. The pardon board is now reconvening. We're at the Louisiana Correctional Institute for Women. It is Monday, August 25th, 2025, and the time is 11:19 a.m. Warden, would you and your staff please introduce yourself for the record?
Good morning, Kristen Thomas, Warden.
Tara P., ARDC Manager. Afton Gaddy, ARDC Supervisor. Yolanda Brooks, LSA Correctional Officer.
Thanks for accommodating us this morning. And we have for us Ms. Mack. Would you introduce yourself, please? Tell us your name, your DOC number.
Oni Mac 336-911.
And you have counsel with you this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. My name is Amy Myers.
All right, thank you. And let me just read the list of names of everybody who has joined us in support. We have on Zoom, the Parole Project, Mr. Channing Blake. They're at LCIW. We have, is it Lateca Mac?
Letitia.
Tisha, I'm sorry. Kawana Bowman, Clyde Smith, Lenora Speech, Anita Yales, Don Kiel Yales, Francesca Smith, Alicia Smith, Teresa Mason, Yvette Smith, Mark Geldrius Henderson, Levert O'Neill, Denisha Jefferson, James Speech, Michael Green, Jalaria Rankins, Deontay Turner, Tralexis Rankins, Latricia Smith. I think I already said that somewhere. Yeah. That's here with us. I'm sorry. We have Christy Sheremy, Jan Waters, Gail Willers, Stephanie King, Demetra C. Moore. I apologize for my pronunciation. Sabrina Monaco and Demetra Dixon. We also have here with us representing the victim. We have Mr. Gerald Holland, Patricia Holland, Kevin Holland, Eric Holland, Darren McClay, Milana McClay, Tamela Carter, Joe Carter, Kim Sims, Timmy Sims, Morris Clary, Jerry Andrews, and also the district attorney from the 26th Judicial District, Mr. Skylar Mervin. So we will, let me just read some information into the record, Ms. Mack, and then we'll get started. So you are here this morning seeking a commutation of your sentence. You were sentenced in the 26th Judicial District, Webster Parish, March 1994, to a life sentence for a first-degree murder conviction. Ms.
Yes,
Mack,
ma'am.
that information is correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we first would like to get your statement, ma'am. Tell us what happened, why are you in jail, and why do you believe we should vote favorably for you today?
I'm in prison today because I committed a horrible crime in 1994 against Miss Frances McCleary by stabbing her several times. Miss McCleary was a good lady. She didn't deserve what I did, and I'm very remorseful and regret that day. I live with that every day of my life of the harm that I caused her, and also the pain and suffering I put the McCleary family through in the community. I'm here today because I'm not the same person I were when I committed this crime. I was on drugs. I got married at a young age in an abusive relationship. I started doing drugs to cope with the pain of my abuse, never knowing that I would end up getting addicted to the crack cocaine, which I did. Had been smoking crack cocaine that day, very high, when I went to Miss McCleary's house to borrow money, as I have did in the past. She told me no. She asked me to leave. She grabbed a knife. I took the knife from not intent of taking Miss McCleary's life, but just taking the knife and, calming Miss McCleary because she looked like she was scared. But it ended up stabbing her multiple times. Since I've been incarcerated, I have taken I went to battle women because I was a bruised woman. I did AA and NA because I was a drug addict. I was lost. I had lost my identity by doing drugs for so many years. But today, I have a clear mind. My mind is no longer clouded with drugs. I can make better decisions, positive decisions, and I believe I'll be a good person, which I am a good person. Like I say, I'm very remorseful and regret what I did back then. I'm just asking the board. I know I don't deserve a chance, but I'm also asking the honorable board for a chance.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Warden, what can you tell us about Ms. Mack?
Ms. Mack is one of our minimum level threes trustees. She actually works in our reentry court housing unit. So she mentors the ladies that come in for reentry court, along with other ladies on the yard. So she does a really good job with that. She's participated in various inmate clubs and classes, which I think she has really done well with. Along with that, she actually spends a good bit of her time running our inmate concession, working visitation and the food concessions for staff and inmates. Her last DB write-up was in 2011, so she has, a good consistent period of a clean record. If she is favorable today, she has been working with the Parole Project for long-term housing, if that is something that will come about.
Great. Well, thank you. So there at LCIW, we have Ms. Mack's daughter, Letitia. We'd like to hear from her.
Good morning. My name is Letitia Mack. I'm the daughter of Oni Mack. I have a bachelor's in criminal justice with a minor in social work. I currently work in corrections. I've been there since 2023. I have firsthand witnessed inmates and what they deal with. And I learned through that, and also with what my mom is going through and the pain that she has caused, that everyone has a story, but they just don't read it out loud. I always knew that my mom cared and believed in me no matter what of the situation. My grandparents raised me in a humble household, but still my mama, she still managed to instill in me the importance of an education as an advancement in the pathway of a great life. Sorry. She deeply apologized. And to Miss McCleary's family, my family and I, we apologize of all the pain that we have caused y'all. I know holidays is the hardest, birthdays. I genuinely apologize. I really do. And my family do as well. I remember having my first child and my mom was on the phone. And how she coached me through, and just the sound of her voice gave me hope and wisdom. Graduating from high school and college was a blessing to me and to my family as well. I worked so hard, but only if I had my mom there to hold my degrees and smile with me. I really wanted that. So I am a firm believer of God and of knowing that anybody can be who or what he or she might have been in any situation. Again, I deeply apologize, and I ask the Honorable Reporting Board to please, I can't say please enough, but I mean please from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, to please grant my family and I the opportunity to live life with my mom by granting her today. I please ask of you to take my mom into consideration as you go over her case. Thank you all so much, and blessings to you all.
Thank you. And then we have Ms. Bowman also there at LCIW.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kawana Bowman. I am the niece of Oni Mack. I'm a comeback veteran of the United States Army, and I reside in Clarksville, Tennessee. Oni has always been my favorite aunt. I'm the oldest grandchild, and when I came into the world, Oni told me all the things of how she used to hold me and just talk with me and play with me and all those things. I want to thank you all for allowing me to speak here today. And I definitely want to apologize and offer my deepest and profound sympathy and sorrow to the McCleary family. Words cannot express how deeply saddened I am here today to even be in here. I only made a terrible, terrible, terrible decision on that day. I wasn't there. I was just a young girl, but I heard about it. And she told me. The day Oni left our home, our lives was changed forever. But not only our life was changed, the McCleary's life, their family life was changed as well. And again, I sincerely offer my deepest sympathy and condolences to your family. With that being said, when Oni came here, she was a 27-year-old woman with drugs that was filled in her body, not her normal self, but drugs. But she came here in a way that we wasn't expecting to see. But the woman I see today is a changed woman. And I know change is not just made on the outside, change is made on the inside. And that's what matters the most. I have seen Oni. I've seen how hard she's been working to restore herself, her life, and those who are around her. Everybody that comes in contact with Oni, she set so many good examples. So many good examples. I've seen her change mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. And that alone has captivated my heart. Oni has had ample time to sit and think about the actions that she made that day and the consequences that there were behind it. She's realized that being addicted to drugs is what got her here. But now she advocates for people who are in that same situation. If I could describe one word about Oni today, it would be transformed. Oni's mind has been renewed, her heart has been made new, and her life has definitely been transformed. And for being here at St. Gabriel, I want to thank them because without the support here, I would not have seen the woman that I see today. Oni is remorseful for what she did, and what she did was terribly wrong. I make no excuses for her, nor do I condone the criminal act that my Aunt Oni was convicted of. But what I will ask, and I beg of you, the opportunity to grant Oni parole. Not that because she deserves it, because she does not. But I'm asking that you would grant her parole to prove herself that she is a changed woman and that she can be a better person out there in society again. I blew my chances a long time ago, the second chances, and we all have blown our second chances. But I'm just asking for another chance for Oni to try to prove herself. Not only will she prove herself, she is committed to change. And not only has she committed to being changed, Oni has committed to staying changed. And so today, I ask a desperate plea from my family that you would please grant Oni parole. Thank you so much for the time that you have allowed me to speak on my aunt's behalf. I appreciate it. And again, I sincerely offer my deepest condolence and sympathy to the McCleary family. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Blake with the Parole Project.
Good morning to this honorable board. Channing Blake with Louisiana Parole Project, appearing on behalf of Ms. Oni Mack. Because of her educational and faith-based programming, Because she's volunteered and participated in so many things from overseeing the snack shack. She's a member of the Lifers Association. She's a reentry court mentor, and she served as the president of the Culinary Arts and many other organizations there in the community. We've accepted her into our program. If the board gives her a favorable recommendation, we will provide her transitional housing, employment assistance, substance abuse evaluations, social norms programming, and many other programs that we offer here at the Parole Project. She will also be assigned to a reentry specialist that will guide her through her reentry process. Based upon her record, her rehabilitation, and her strong support system, we ask that you grant her a favorable recommendation today. Thank you so much for your time.
And thank you. So now we'd like to hear from Ms. Mack's attorney, Ms. Myers.
Yes, thank you, Honourable Board, and thank you for granting this hearing. I pay my deepest respects to the McCleary family and also the Holland family and the community who have carried the weight of this brutal loss for 31 years. Their pain is permanent and nothing that we can say today is going to lessen that. Bonnie Mack will never escape the truth of what she did. She did stab a 74-year-old woman in her own home, a horrifying act, the first and last act of violence in her entire life. But it created a devastating loss that really can't be undone. And yet, 11 days after the crime, she pled guilty and she spared the McCleary family of a traumatizing capital trial and endless appeals that happen when somebody is sentenced to death. I know that's cold comfort because today is reopening wounds that never can really heal. But there is more to this story. And when I came to the prison today, when I was moving through security, the person who looked me through told me that Ani is a model inmate. She was also told by so many guards this morning that they're praying for her. She is beloved at this prison despite the terrible crime that she committed. And in the decades that have happened since the crime, she's proven that rehabilitation is possible. She not only took Celebrate Recovery to help her addiction, she facilitates it. She's done much more than just complete programs. And it's a very important job to have to mentor the most troubled people coming into prison. Her actions, like becoming literate and earning her GED, were much harder for her given her learning disability, but she did it, embodying the redemption that our justice system hopes for but does not always get. Mercy for Ani does not diminish Miss McCleary's memory. It shows that grace and accountability can exist side by side. We respectfully ask that this board commute Ani's sentence and order immediate parole. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Now we'll hear from the opposition. I don't know if they've decided who wishes to speak first. Mr. Marr. Okay.
First of all, members of the Pro Board, thank you for allowing us to speak. I'm Skylar Barton. I'm the district attorney for the Western Superior District of North Carolina. I was not the DA or even ADA from the back at the beginning. I have read her sentencing hearing transcript, copy from the early judge. She got exactly what she asked. At that point in time, in 1994, former DAs ahead of me were pretty aggressive. And she was a potential death penalty case. And she was allowed to plead guilty to first degree. Instead of all these family members you see here today, with the understanding that she would serve life in prison without the benefit of probation or suspension sentence. She got what she asked for. Had she turned it down, as Mac turned it, there's a probable good likelihood that she would be on death row or even deceased by now, by use of the thing. She got what she asked for. Let her stay where she is. She's doing fine. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. All right, so let me just ask for Mr. Gerald Holland. Mr. Holland on Zoom. You're on mute. Yeah, he's trying to find the button. No, so you're still on mute. There should be a little button that looks like a microphone. No, still can't hear you.
I didn't intend to speak, and I thought I made that plain.
Okay, I'm sorry. It says that you are speaking. Is there anything you'd like to say at this time? That's okay if you do not.
Well, Ms. McClary was my mother-in-law. She was a wonderful woman. And the perpetrator accepted a life without parole in lieu of going to trial and possibly getting a death sentence. And I think that the sentence should be carried out like it was agreed to. And furthermore, the family had no idea when they agreed to that sentence that after a period of time we would have to be going to Baton Rouge or getting on a Zoom call to try to get the sentence carried out like it was implemented to begin with. So now here it is. This is the second time we've had to go through this. And here we are again. I, as a person who loved his mother-in-law, I say she should remain in prison for the crime she did. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much. And Miss Patricia Holland.
She doesn't wish to speak.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. How about Mr. Clary Morris? Do you wish to speak? Morris, yes.
It has been said already that about you said that you plead to anything besides death penalty. We let her have what she asked for. And she lied without benefit of parole or probation. And it was very long after that she would start trying to get out. Anyway, going through some kind of federal deal. But anyway, Brandon McCleary, my mama, 74 years old, 5'5", 135 pounds. Only Max, 27 years old, 5'5", 210 pounds. All she had to do was knock her out of the way and knock her down and take her money and stuff, which she did anyway. We didn't even, me and my sister didn't even know where the money was. She worked for Mama half a day. She knew where the money was. It's amazing that it worked out like that. And they have 19 times. 19 times. Cut her throat twice. Drugs didn't do all of that. I had dealt with 100 people on drugs when I was on the job. It had a card in it, wasn't all of it. I'll never believe it was all of it. It was a terrible thing. I was in court that day when my sister here called me because she couldn't get a hold of Mom. Well, when I left the court and drove down to check, when I pulled in the carport or in the driveway, I
I knew something was wrong because that time of day, she always had that front door open, but the glass door, the see-through was, the door wasn't open, it was closed. That kind of got me upset before I even got in the house. And when I stepped in, there she lay in a pool of blood. I could tell, I could see stab marks on her. I didn't see her hand, it was dark and kind of dark and there wasn't a light on. But, I mean, she had, like I say, 19 stab wounds to the throat twice, and her hands were cut up and nicked up and everything for trying to fight for her life. I mean, it's been a mess since then. I retired early because I had a stroke after that. The family just been in a mess since, and she pled to it. Y'all have to stick to it. Thank y'all.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Mack, your case was assigned to Mr. Prater. Would you answer his question?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Mack, I wanna start out by saying that I appreciate your conduct since you've been incarcerated and all the good that you've done, and the fact that so many people speak for you. Something like this is unfortunate, not only to your family, but especially to the victim's family. And so, having said all of that, I don't really have a lot of questions. We've talked about the case. We know what happened. We know what you've taken. We know what the institution thinks about you. We've heard people in favor of you getting this and those that are in opposition. So I don't really have any other questions. I don't want to go over the case. No sense in it. Painful enough.
I'm sorry, I think I've overlooked one of the victim's family members that wanted to speak. Sir, did you want to add anything?
Sure.
I apologize.
I'm a grandson. My name's Darren McClary. I think my dad covered all the details as correctly as they are, and I think it's important that everyone understands this. It wasn't just a few steps. I think the biggest thing, excuse me, is accountability. And that is, if I were to go harm someone, negligence or otherwise, I may be sorry, I may be remorseful, but I'm still accountable. I think that's what I'll do in every case.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other questions by the board? I don't see any questions. I'm prepared to vote. Mr. Prater?
Okay, my vote today is to deny this request because of victim opposition, because of law enforcement opposition, because of the seriousness of the crime. And that's my vote.
Mr. Prater?
I concur with Mr. Prater and law enforcement and victim opposition.
Mr. Tillis?
I concur with Mr. Prater.
And Mrs. Stapleton?
I concur with Mr. Prater, victim and law enforcement opposition, and the heinous nature of the crime.
Ms. Mack, today your application's been denied, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Luck to you.